Hello everyone, it's Renee from Lovely Lavender Wishes. I hope you're having a very blessed day today. I have been busy lately doing my process videos for my Bible journaling group, so I've been kind of busy with that. But on the side, I have been trying to do some little mini projects as well for junk journaling. And one thing I really wanted to do was to use up a lot of my scraps. So I have been playing around with coffee staining my paper and using scraps. So today I'm going to show you a quick way. I saw this video, I guess it must have been a year or so ago. Somebody, and I can't remember who did it, I'm so sorry, but somebody did a video on this about using your scraps and putting color onto your paper. And it just kind of stuck in the back of my head. So I figured I'd try it and do my own little thing with it. So all you need is a bunch of scrap paper, different colors. So this is just cardstock scrap paper. So I just, had all my pieces and just threw them in a pile, all different colors here. And then you just need some stencils. So I have this stencil. It's better if you have a bigger stencil because it'll cover your whole page, but you can use smaller stencils. I'll show you what I did with smaller stencils as well. But I have this stencil and this stencil. So I'm going to put like one here and one here. And then if it also works if you have like doilies or plastic doilies or anything like that, anything with like a pattern on it. But that's only if you want a pattern on your paper. If you don't, just use the scrap paper and you'll get color. But the other thing I did is I had a little bit left over of my, what is this? My pearlescent paints. And so all I did was reconstitute it, so mix it up. And then I just dabbed parts on my stencil so it would come off onto my paper as well. So you could do this with you can do this with watercolors. If you have any kind of metallic watercolors, if you have, copper, gold, silver, whatever you want. That's if you want to add like a little shimmer to your paper as well. But as you can see here, I'm just dabbing in random places. Okay, put that to the side. Cover this up. So just put your scraps down. So I have just a garbage bag here covering my table so I don't make a mess, which I usually do. Put your scraps of paper down. So this is a great way to use up your scraps. Put your stencils down, and if you have any gold gilding or watercolor or Pearl X powders, whatever you want on it, that's if you want a shimmer. And then all I'm using here was copy paper. So just thin copy paper, because again, I want to use up some of the stuff I have. I'm really trying to use up a lot of my scraps in the house and get rid of some of this stuff before I go get new things. I have to go shopping for some new things. But the next thing you want to do, where's my water? So you want to get water and really saturate your paper, your stencils, the paper underneath to get that color to run. And this will activate the Pearl X powders you have, or whatever else. If you're maybe using some ink on top, you can use a Dylusions ink. You can use whatever you want. I did a page on that too. I'll show you. I was just kind of goofing around with whatever I had. I was throwing things in. And then you're going to put your paper down. And then, let's see, I had a little bit of coffee left over from this morning, so I'm just using what I had. I didn't make this is just for my cup of coffee. So I didn't even make a coffee mixture. I'm just using what I got. Again, just using this up. It kind of sat to the side. It got cold. And I'm like, I'll just use it for my paper. So again, so I'm taking my little sponge and sponging this side. And then I'm just going to flip my page over. So already I've got some gold stenciling on that side. And now I'm going to really saturate this paper. And just kind of shove it all in. Shove it into the colors. Shove it into your stencils. You can see the stencils through here. And then you're going to get puddles, of coffee and what have you. And that'll dry into little spots and splotches and all that. So once you do that, now you just want to let it sit and dry. And once that's done, I did this yesterday. I had a whole assembly line down my hallway and I tried a variety of different things. So let's pretend that this is dry. La 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 la, the magic of camera. This is what you come up with. So here are some of the papers and how they turned out. You can see different size, depending on what kind of colors I had, it would blend in your paper more. And I don't know if you can see some of this. You can see the shimmer of the gold and copper. I think I had some copper on these stencils as well from leftover that activated. So you can see that shimmer. Here was a stencil. You can see that a little. You can see the different colorings. And so you can use these as, you know, pages in your journal, you know, fold it up, pages in your journal. Or what I'm probably going to use these for a lot is pick sections of the paper out that I really like and cut them out as tags, as journal cards, what have you. This is one that I tested with dilution spray. So I just sprayed some dilution spray on top and let it soak in. As you can see, and I had different stencils. I just had stencils laid out everywhere and just kind of threw the paper down and let it dry. I just wanted to kind of see what would happen. But this is a great way to get color on your page. You can get some gold and copper highlights on your page, depending if you want to use the Pearl X powders or any other kind of powder. And if you want to use sprays, that was dilution spray. So here's just a few other ones. This one ripped, but no biggie because like I said, I'm probably going to use these as tags or what have you. But this is a great way, like look at this, you can cut this out, like cut this section out, have a really cool journal card, tag piece, ephemera piece, whatever. So here's just a variety of different colors and, you know, and these are all scrap paper. This is all from scrap paper. So this paper, the color will seep in. And depending on how many times, you can use the same pages over and over. And, you know, sometimes when you first use them, they'll be dark. And then as you go, they'll get a little bit more subtle color as you go. But this one, well, you could really see the stencil through that. So some of them turned out, you know, real defined. Others turned out a little more subtle. And so depending on what you want to use, like if you want to use this for a tag, or if you want to use this for maybe a page, and you can cover this part up, but you can get a cool subtle look in the back. It's just, you know, whatever you're looking for. Or if you want to put full sheets of color paper, you would get the full sheets. But I just wanted a mix and a variety, and I wanted to use my scrap stuff. So here's just a few. Just going through this real quick. Oh, there, that one had a lot of gold on it. There's some gold here. So actually, these pages would be good for like a bohemian scrapbook, a gypsy type scrapbook, or just a colorful one. But it was fun. It was just something I was kind of goofing around with. And this is just a way, again, like you can use up your scraps, use up some copy paper, and just get some really cool different looks to your page. So, quick video today just to show you how to do this. And there it goes. So you're just going to let it dry. Usually takes about a day or so, unless you're, you know, have fans on it or drying it. But you'll get all these little subtle looks to your pages from scraps. So hope y'all have fun creating. Maybe this will get your creative juices flowing. Oh, and then as a side note, I had these on the side. These are all the scraps I was using. So a side fun, I guess, happy accident that happened afterwards is I got these images on my scrap paper. So look at that. That was from the stencil and some of the gold gilding. You know, again, some of the stencil. So then you can use these scrap pages. The stencil here kind of came through. So I'm thinking I could use these scraps as other things too. I could use these as little ephemera pieces or collage pieces or what have you. So I was thinking I was going to throw my scraps out, but then I saw this. I'm like, oh, I can't throw those out. So this is a little happy accident that happened afterwards. So now I'm going to have the little pile of scraps to kind of play with and fool around with and use as little collage pieces and layered pieces and what have you. But the stencil kind of, you know, put its imprint on these pages along with some of the gold and copper gilding and etc. Like, look at that one. So yeah, I can't throw these out. I'm gonna have to use these for something. Here's one was just kind of just the stencil shining through. But yeah, so that was a happy accident that happened afterwards. So now I've got a whole stack of these to use as well. I was expecting to have to throw them out, but nope. So here we go. So the whole day was just an experiment to see what would happen, and this is what turned out. So maybe you know, y'all would want to try something like this. Have fun creating. I would love to see what you come up with, and I'm going to continue doing my process videos for my Bible journaling group that I'm going to be, you know, focusing on the Psalms. Like I told y'all, I am the featured artist in a Bible journaling group called Journey Through the Bible. So I'll be working on that, but I'm also, you know, I got to keep doing my junk journaling, so I'll be doing like side little projects, or maybe, you know, doing some ephemera pieces or what have you on the side. But now I've got a whole stack of paper to play with, so yay, this will be fun. So hope you all have fun creating. I will see you next time in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.